Hi guys, I thought I'd just have a bit of fun trying to create a full fantasy stone. Um, so what I've got here is these are all translucent, they're all pearl, they're all metallics. I'll just go through the colours with you. So I've just got cernit translucent, that's rolled out on a number 2, and then all these pearls are rolled out on a number 7, and that's pearl green, pearl white, pearl blue, magenta and violet. And then these cernit metallics are gold and antique bronze. Okay, so they're a 7 as well. So they're all 2 and they're 7. Okay, and then I've also rolled out 6 more squares, and let me just show you. Where's it gone? Oh, I did a massive clear out the last few days. I'm so organised and I can't find the blimmin' cutter. Right, you can see the size of it anyway. So everything's the same size, you know. So I've just used that oblong cutter. So they're rolled out here. These ones are on a number 5, okay? Right. Okay, I've also got here chromes and foils. So I'm going to start off with a translucent and one of the colours. So just randomly I'll go for the green. Oh, I think it's step. I've been there a while. Bear with me. So I've tried to get something complementary to use on top. So I've put the green there, and then I'm just going to roughly there, and then I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to use this. It's a kind of a I can't think of the word. It's gone. Absolutely gone. It's a very fine glitter, I think, rather than a mica. The colour, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Colour with turquoise. It's kind of a turquoise shade, so I'm going to use that for the sort of complementary colour to the green metallic, which I think is quite blue turquoise. So anyway, that's my choice. So choose whatever colours you want. Doesn't really matter whatever your colour scheme is. Oh dear, if you don't want to follow exactly what I'm doing. See if I can get any more of these on here. Okay, that's that one done. So I'm just going to leave that, and then I'm just going to get my next colour. It's antique bronze. And one of the translucents, I'll put that on, then I'll turn that upside down so that caters for that. And here I've got, I don't know, it's a kind of a, it's like gold, I don't know, it's got sort of a pinky red in it, I think. It's copper foils and it's multicoloured, and I can see gold, a very deep rust coppery colour. So I thought that would go nice with the antique bronze. So I'm going to go through each colour like this, putting the colour down, then the translucent, then the complementary foil mica, whatever you decide to use. Okay, so they're all done, and one by one I'm just placing a piece of translucent, the one done on a number 5, on top. May not want to marry very well at first, but we'll get there. You don't, do you? So I've just used either foils, mica, you can use a fine glitter, whatever, you know, suits you for what design you want to do. I mean, you can use foil if you want, just use the silver foil, gold foil, any of the colours that are available now. I've just chosen to do it like this. Okay, so that's them all now just covered. It just puts that little layer of separation between putting another colour directly on top, if that makes sense. So now I want to work out how I want it. Now, I'm going to try and make it so it's a little bit rainbowy. I've already done it here on a few. I'll just show you. These aren't finished or anything. They're just pieces I've done. But there's some. Sort of gives you an idea. It's sort of a full fantasy labradorite sort of thing. I suppose is the nearest, and I'm just randomly putting whatever one I want on top of whatever one I want. There is no order. I'm just trying to just be aware in case I suddenly think, oh no, I don't want them together. So we got purple. Gonna do green, pink, and then I'm gonna add them that way, right? Okay, so now I've done that, I'm just going to start bringing them together, and I'm not looking for any particular patterns or anything. I just want to be able to give depth of layer. So all I'm going to be doing is prodding and poking and squishing it, really. And it's not that I'm looking for a patterned anything, just like I say, to have layers. So am I going to cut it once or not? Yeah, I'll do it once. I'll give it a roll and cut once, I think will be enough. Just do the other side as well. Turn it back. I've tried it both. I've done it with 1 and 2. Got quite a lot here, but I'm doing a slightly different colour now than when I practice. Oops, no, that's what you don't do. I've done that before now. And then you've just doubled over the colour in the middle. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to roll it one more. No doubt I'll regret it because it'll be too dark, but we'll see. Because even though I've done it on number 7, because I put clay in, it's going to depend. And I think maybe if I did the odd few layers without clay and just the translucent, that might be better, but I haven't got there yet. At the moment, I'm just playing with this first attempt. So that's it now. Now there is no more cutting. It's going to be quite busy as it is. Okay, so I'm just going to literally give it a few prods. Just going to squash it up a bit, and then I'll do the same to the other side. See, I'm just going to bring it all back together, and I'm not bothered about mushing it and twisting it and all. I just want it to be multi-layered, as in let me see if I can find one. Because I want it to have that sort of rainbow effect. I want you to be able to see the colours layering down, so that's what my aim is. Let's just hope it works. Okay, I've cut half of this away because I don't want to use it all for this. I've done a lot of practicing, I've got a lot of it. So here I rolled some white, I didn't mention at the beginning, just some ordinary white clay I'm using here. You don't have to use white. And I first saw this, I mean there are a heck of a lot of for labradorite tutorials out there. But there's one in particular I thought, I think I know it is, but I'm not sure, so I won't say. I'll just link it below. And what she does is she changes the colour as she's going through on this. And I find that particularly interesting because you can really manipulate how your stones look, and you can have a lot of varying stones in one sort of pack of what you do. So this is just something that interests me. Like I said, I've done them before and I really like the way the white goes through, and it's just a total fantasy version of just using the same sort of technique to get a similar effect. So what I'm going to do now actually is I'm going to roll out some more translucent for a backing, and just number am I on? Well, we don't want to be doing a 6, do we? Get that back. And what you can do is if you look at the colours that are going through there, say the pearls, you can just choose a colour and do one layer with that and you'll see, well, I'll show you. It's why I particularly like using the antique bronze in it as well, because I think that is one of the colours I really actually love in this, surprisingly enough. And then you can also incorporate it to use it for any sort of frame or anything you want for the background. Okay, so that's just there for now, rough, and I'm just going to do the normal labradorite sort of chopping. So I'm using the blunt side of my knife and I'm just randomly making lines. So you're trying to, if you use something blunt, you're trying to get the top colour to sort of bleed in a little bit. So when you slice, you will get the pattern. Well, the pattern I'm looking for is pretty unrealistic, which is kind of why fantasy. Oops, that wasn't the cleverest thing in the world, was it? Good job we could sort it quickly. Oh. Right, let's see how this first layer goes, which I've done in white. And if you're not careful, you can oversaturate it in white, so I must remember to change colours. Right, so I want a bendy knife now, just so I can just take some fine slivers. And this is no different than all the other techniques that are out there. I'm just using different colours and playing with it in a fantasy way. So, you know, I don't care if a stone's real or not, I care how it looks. So that's how I see it. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. I try not to let all the corners go down, then if you want to slip something under, you can play with this a little bit, you know. So, but you never know what you're going to uncover, do you? So, now do you see there? It's got that kind of a rainbow look, which is what I was looking for. So fingers crossed. I'm going to put that one there. That one there. And this is why I wanted to sort of ease it in and out, because I think it looks really nice if you can get that sort of a rainbow look. And the pearl colours are perfect for that, because they glitter and glimmer like they do. So I've got a lot of dark here on this side, and it's much lighter this side. Let's see if I can pick any more of this. What's that side like? Yep, I actually prefer that side. I'm going to just throw that there. So what I'm going to do is I'll do so much with this colour, then I'm going to change the colour scheme. I mean, you can mix it, but I'm just trying to keep it simple here for now. I'm just going to lift those a bit so that can go underneath rather than on top. I love the, you don't always, I'll try and find a piece where it's really done it and I can show you what I mean. No, it's not doing it. It's like the angel wing edge. I like that. I suppose there's a bit there. I don't know if you can see it. And I just like that effect. I'll find a better bit in a minute. Okay, see if we can get a little bit more white out of this, because as you go down, you're removing more and more of where it marked it with the lines. This is quite dark actually. It's darker than I wanted it to be. So, but then I think it's because I haven't, where I was pushing down, maybe I didn't blend it enough. But we'll see with the next colour what happens, because everyone's so different. Okay, so for me, I'd like to get a little bit more of that rainbow before I leave it. I don't want you covering that, I want you moving. Better. Right, that'll do for now. And then I'm going to choose another colour. So what colour will I choose? think I'm going to go for the mint green cernit. Oh, it's not mint green, but it looks mint green, so I don't know why I said mint, because it's just green. And it's a cernit pearl. Okay. So I take that down to number 6. Well, I should ease it down to a number 6. I'm just hoping that because it's pearl, it's going to go straight through okay. One of the advantages of cernit. Okay. So that's there now to go on top. Just cut it away. Or be lazy and rip it away like me. Don't really want it all going down the sides. I'm just trying to keep it on the top. I just want to show you the difference in how it looks. I'm going to separate that there. And I'm just going to give this a roll. So now it's getting thinner, but I should still be able to get a good few layers out of it. So again, blunt side of knife. Sometimes they can just be halfway in, a bit over there. You know, not. I don't think they show that when you're cutting them out that way. It's not like you're doing an actual stone, if you know what I mean. It's more obviously fantasy. Okay, so I'll give that one roll, and then I'm just going to repeat that. Changing shapes and size, and I know I'm overdoing it, but that's because when it goes through I want it to show and not end up with lots of blank pieces, and because you're mixing and matching anyway, it doesn't matter. So let's see how different this piece looks in comparison. Don't know if I've done enough lines there, we'll see. There you go. That's quite thick there actually. I don't think I could have rolled that a bit more. Even though it was a number 6, obviously it's but it's going to give you a totally different look. And it's the same stuff. Now let's go over this side where the rainbow was showing more. But they're totally different, and they're both going to give you a really nice effect. And there's that pattern I was saying I like, where it loops on the edges. So I like to look for that. Just hoping these aren't going to be too dark. I didn't do 2 cuts, slice and cuts last time, I only did 1. And I'm just hoping that wasn't a mistake. And that these are still nice and colourful. And I find 9 times out of 10, when you slice it, it's the piece underneath that looks nicest. It's very, very rare it's not. I think when you get down to the edge of it, you have to take the top, because the underside isn't showing it anymore. But other than that, see, immediately it looks nicer. So you can carry on doing this with as many colours as you like. I'm just wondering whether to do a 3rd colour here just to show you and what one to do. I don't want to use a dark one. I think I'm gonna do a double one. I've done this before. Gonna need to roll it a bit more translucent, but I've done 2 layers and it came out really lovely. And what it did was it showed, don't know if any of them are here. Oh, they might be in here. But actually, when you did the cutting, it actually showed a shimmer of both layers. So I might try that, because we can do anything on a fantasy stone. So got a gist of them. Just gonna make that a little bit more, because otherwise I won't have enough to make something with. I'm just gonna add that there. I'm going to move those out the way and roll me some more translucent, so I can do one more. Just to show you how different it looks, really. I won't do too much. And this time I'm going to use the pearl white and the antique bronze. So just going to roll out some translucent. That's done. And then I want the pearl white, number 6. Oh, I'd run out of this, and well, you can see this is all I had left, but I've managed to get hold of some, so it's on its way. So relieved. I love using this in everything. I think the pearl white is the strongest out of all the pearls, and it seems to have the biggest effect. I find it really interesting. I'm just mushing it down a bit so it'll go through. There we go. My edge. The edge. I've done the white first, and I hope I might go to an 8 with this one so it's thinner. But I won't start with an 8, will I? I've got to work it down. Take a bit more than I need just to do it. So I'm just going to run this through, and I'll just go down till I get down to an 8, which is my second thinnest setting. Right, just doing a 6 and hope I can get it through on an 8. Right, so it sticks to itself, doesn't it, this soft clay? So just trying to ease that over so it doesn't. Right, I'm just going to give that a good little roll. So I'm hoping that the fact that the antique bronze is 2 sizes down might mean the white is more like the pearl is more likely to show through. But this is definitely an experiment. Oops. Oh, don't cut right through. Just go so far. Right, it says once. Let's bring it in a little bit. Give it a roll. I actually, where's my, got some room. I don't know if this will cut, whether this will work. See what happens. So I basically just go mad doing that, because like I said, it's not a stone. You're not going to be looking at a whole piece. It's all cut-ins, so I don't think it matters. Right, so let's see what we've got there then, and I'll put these If you can't see them at the moment, but I will. Actually, no, I'll move it all over now so you can see it all as we go. That's a translucent. That's the first colours I did. That's the greeny, that's the white, and now I'm doing the pearl and antique bronze. And I don't know why, but I just love this antique bronze with these colours. Just going to give that a slight bit more of a roll. Right, see what comes through. You probably won't do it now. But I just love that. It really... I'm going to do it this way. For some reason, when I do it this way, it seems to show you better. Not really. Hey. See how it goes. The pearl's only going to show against another colour, but it should show really nicely. Oh dear, I did drop into this one, didn't I? It's like noughts and crosses. Still, let's see what effect it gives. Quite interesting. So I mean, just looking, this is the third sheet doing a different colour, so you do get a lot out of it. Oh, I really like this. I didn't mean to do it, but I really like the look. Just put those bits on. Waste not, want not. I remember it's going to look totally different when it's cooked or baked, or cured, or whatever word you want to use. And everything you need will be written underneath, above the comments, which I forgot to mention. And everything you cook, bake, or whatever, follow your manufacturer's recommended temperature. Everybody's got their own way. Some people follow, some don't. Some do their own way, so I don't like to tell people what to do. I'm gonna do that one this way, so it's a little bit different. I can really, I don't know if you can, let me see if I can show you, probably not. It's not very good at doing this. I can really see the pearl shimmering, the pearl white shimmering through. It's not showing up there, is it? Hopefully you'll see it clearly when we've baked it. I do want to add some more. I'm liking this. I'm going to do one that way with less on. I'll leave it there. Oops, because we're getting down to the bottom, I'm just going to try and bring it all in a little bit. See what else I get out of this. These edges here, still good. Even though I've not got much of the bronze and that left here, I still want to add that. I'll just use the edges now to fill in, like there. I'm not supposed to miss. I've got to use some more. There we go. So that's got, I'm going to add a little bit of that rainbow. I think the rainbow will show anyway, but I'm going to add a little bit more just for contrast so it's not all the same. So it's nice when you just suddenly do one piece and it's really different, isn't it? So let's get this out of the way. So you've got, don't know if you can see it all. This is all before, obviously. I don't know if you can see it very well. You can't, can you? I think it's going to have to just wait. Right, okay. So I'm just going to run each of these through now. I'm just going to get rid of the rest. I'm going to probably end up using it on the back, but I just want to take away the clean translucent for the minute. I've gone through so much of it at the moment doing these and a few other bits. Right, I'm just going to run this through on a number 2. So there's your first piece. That looks really pretty actually. Okay, so I'll leave that there. I'm just going to get one of these, cut off the excess translucent. Just run this through on a number 2. Okay, that's much more rainbowy. And then this is the green one, which I'd better slide up because he wants to stick. And now I've got the green. So you've got the green, the white based, and the pearl and antique bronze, which I think that's my favourite. Then I've got this bit left to do something with, which I'll just do off camera. Okay. Right, so the bronze one here, I've decided to fold it over, and I'm going to run it through on a 0 and see which side I prefer. I definitely think I prefer this side. I'm just going to put it down here in the corner because I'm going to do my cutting here. I didn't get any paper out for burnishing. I'm going to be doing my cutting on the tray because I didn't leach anything and it's very toffee-ish. Excuse me. Right, I've just got a few different cutters here. I'm going to use. So one of them here looks like it needs a wipe. Okay. Right. Right, I'm just going to put the cling film down. I want 2 of these crosses because I sell them in a shop as well as online. I don't mind having more than one. They won't be the same. I'll finish them differently. But I really like this, and I really like this for the cross. So, oh, the light's going, making it go all funny. That's better. So now I can see where I'd want it. Right. Like a good little bit of rainbow in it, so I'm going to do that one there. I've put cling film down just to make sure it's got a good edge, and I am, if I can find it, going to use the acrylic block. Now it's decided to go for a run. Okay. that's that. And I don't think I'm going to get 2 with this. I don't know if... Oh, I might get 2 of these leaves. That's good. So... Now they aren't going to be the same because of the pattern, but I can live with that. See what happens anyway. The only thing with these is when you do it through the cling film, often doesn't cut right through, and it does round them quite a bit. So I think I'll do that way. About there. Okay. So see how these have done. You're going to come off in one and be nice, or you're going to play me up. Oh, they've done quite well. There we go. So we've got those 3. I'm going to do exactly the same with this and decide which side I prefer. This is going through on the 0 as well. I think I'm doing it because I want to stretch it out, and I'm hoping it'll be a little bit lighter because I'm just a little bit concerned. I've gone quite dark. Right, for doing these here, I think I'll do some more of these earrings. So I'm just going to burnish it again. Get rid of fingerprints and irregularities. Trouble is I stick my finger back in it within a few minutes, but gotta keep trying, haven't we? Right. Not sure what I want to cut that out with yet. I'll do the same here with this one anyway. Then at least I'll be ready to... So basically everything I'm doing with these are all being cut flat with various cutters, and I'm not putting a backing on at the moment. Hopefully the earrings might not need one. We'll see how it goes. So at the moment, what would I like? I think it's gone right over the edge. Look at that. How sloppy is that, eh? It's not good. It's not good. Right. Let's go here. Put this here. Again, that light is really... Oh, that's better. These ones are going to have quite a bit of translucence showing, so I need to try and balance it out. Whether I do it or not, I don't know. But no, I won't put you through anything while I'm just doing this. I'm just literally flat cutting everything now with cling film. Hi, so they're out of the oven. Well, they came out of the oven last night. Today's a new day. So I'm just going to resin the top of these. For anyone who hasn't seen any of my tutorials before, this is literally an empty nail polish bottle in black. You can buy them on Amazon. I think it was just like a set of 5 or something, so I'm using them for different things, but they're ideal if you just want to brush on the resin, as in how I am here. I was saying that I've gone a little bit over there. Don't want that, it's dripping. Come on. Right, have I got all of it? Yeah, I think so. So I've done that one, so I'm just going to go over it with a lighter just to get rid of the air bubbles. And I'm going to be doing this with everything, and I'm resining all of these. I don't like resining, but I think on this occasion these will all look lovely resined. So I'm just going to put these under the UV lamp and then the rest of them as well, and then I'll be back. Okay, so while they're in under the lamp, I just wanted to show you quickly anything I've done background with this. I've made this colour, and it's sort of a metallic-y, brassy purple, I suppose, if is the easiest or the best way I can describe it. And what I did was I used Fimo leather effect in Lagoon, Fimo leather effect in ivory, and I added the cernit metallic in red, and I used equal parts of each of them, and that's given me this colour here, which is just, so I'm just going to cut around this. I just want to give it a bit of a backing, so I'm just showing you quickly how I've done it. So just roughly cut it for now, get a shape, and then tidy it up afterwards, hopefully, as long as I don't mess it up. Let's see how this goes. I love these sort of colours. It's got kind of a taupey hue to it. So I shall literally stick this in the oven when I've tidied it up, and put UV resin on it, and then add it to the completed bunch. But I just wanted to show you so you'd see what I'm also using it for backing colour, etc. It's totally optional. I mean, you could just do black, whatever. I just fancied having a little play. So I'm just going to continue cutting this out, and then I shall stick this in the oven to go with the rest. Hi, so everything's done now. I'm trying to remember what I haven't told you. With these, basically, this is the green where we did the green layer, and that brought out the fantasy labradorite, really pretty. And on the back, I just did a number 6 and just gave it a little wash with a pearl finish. Did exactly the same with these. Okay. Then the white one, I did a pair of earrings. Now, I haven't bothered finishing them because, unfortunately, as lovely as they are, they don't look enough alike. This, what I did, I was unfortunate in where I chose cutting, and you can see the rainbow colours in that, but it's mainly purple, and those are mainly rainbow, so I'm not sure they go together. I think they just sort of miss. So I haven't bothered finishing them, but I did do another thing I cut out off screen, which is not finished yet, but I just want you to, let me try and do it this way. Just want you to be able to see the absolutely beautiful colours in there. And that rainbow effect from the pearl is really, really lovely. Let me see if I can, I haven't even resined this, so I don't know what you'd pick up with this, not much at all, no. But yeah, once it's resined, it's, oh gosh, I'll be reading me palm instead of looking at the thing. Yeah, so that's how it looks. Right, so that's that one. That's the green, and then my favourite of all, just move those out the way a little bit. These ones with the antique bronze, I mean, they're just absolutely gorgeous colour. Even if I say so myself. Look, do you see? Maybe it's just me, but to me that bronze really complements the other colours. And I also did the cross to go with it, didn't I? So all I did off screen, I did add a bail that I made just ad hoc, and as you know, the backing that went on, and I've just sort of put a pearl white finish on there. So again, you can, let me just zoom in, see if you can see. I'll just try and pick up an earring at that closeness. But the glimmer from the pearl is absolutely gorgeous. Right, okay, so that was that. And I just want to say, just by making this colour that I used in the background, this colour that I used in the background is like a pearly bronze, and I showed you how I made it. It also led me to start trying a few other things. So you know I cut half of the block away and said I'll use it later. Well, first of all, I thought I'd just cut it vertically, no, horizontally, downwards, and then see what happened. I wasn't too impressed, but that's what came out when I tried cutting downwards. That was the effect from the slab. But I did add a little bit of this. What I did was I just sliced the slab twice, put in 2 of these on the same fine setting, and then redid it. And I came up with this colour, which worked out. And this is just to show, I mean, these aren't part of the tutorial, so say, but it's just to show you, don't, just throw your scraps to one side. Just by adding that colour, I got these colour stones. It just totally changed the shape. So that is literally just, where are they? Oh, I can't find them. Yeah, so that's that. I'm doing earrings to match, but they're not finished. Exactly the same way. And it's just made it all like that blue and whatever that colour is. I can't name it. And then the last piece I did was this one. Okay, I've only varnished this. I haven't resined it. And you can see all the lovely colours in it, but it's more subtle than the originals. So that's just that. And I just wanted to show you, what you can do with just a little slab rather than just chuck it to one side. Play and experiment, etc. Okay, so that's all of it now. I've shown you everything, but considering that's one slab, there's a good few different colours just by varying the top sheet when you're doing the labradorite technique to get the slices. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, I hope I haven't forgotten anything. Bye.